What's up, fools? Welcome back. Hey, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me about some GBA games that he really liked that he thought I should try. I wasn't much of a GBA or Game Boy gamer in the past, but I figured what the hell. So here's a quick walkthrough on how to install GBA games on your 3DS. This is, of course, assuming that you've already done the ARM9 loader hacks and have the Luma 3DS custom firmware installed. We're going to start by running this Virtual Console GBA Injector tool. And then we're going to click the button Open GBA Game. And we're going to click one of our GBA files. The tool should auto-detect it. Here we're going to click the button to download and set the title screen as the icon. Click Next Step. Same thing, download and set title screen. And we're going to change the name of what appears on the 3DS if we want to. Click Next. Click Finish. And then select a directory for where you want that CIA to be created. And when it's done, it will prompt you and ask you if you want to open up the directory. I click No, close the program. We're going to delete the original GBA and run the program again. And then we're just going to follow these steps through, selecting each of the games that we want to make a CIA installer for. You may have errors. Some of these ROMs that I had are really old and they aired out when I tried to do this, but you can retry a couple of times. Sometimes you get lucky, the second or third time it'll work, and some of them, maybe the dump that you made years ago just isn't functional anymore. Unfortunately, I just didn't have any luck with this particular Fire Emblem ROM here, so I didn't end up getting that one. So I may look around to find another copy of that, but all the other GBA files that I tried did work. Once you've got all the GBA files converted to CIA, then you're going to go to your 3DS console and start the FTPD application on the 3DS. And what we're going to do is FTP over the CIAs that we created here onto the 3DS so that we can install them. You don't have to do that if you don't have the FTP daemon. You could open up the back of the system and get the SD card out and then copy the files if that's what you want to do. But I use the FTP program for everything, so I don't have to keep opening up the new 3DS XL. So once we've got the FTP application running on the 3DS, we're going to open our FTP client here so that we can make a connection from the computer to the 3DS. And then we're going to connect to the 3DS here, and we're going to navigate to the CIAs folder on the 3DS. And then on the local computer, we're going to navigate to the directory that we saved all the CIA files from the Virtual Console Injector utility. Then here we're going to drag those over, and we're just going to FTP the GBA CIA installer files onto the 3DS. And once all the CIA files have been copied over to the 3DS, we're going to close the FTP connection on both the computer and the 3DS. And then we're going to switch over to the 3DS. Now on this 3DS, you're going to do your usual open up the FBI application on the 3DS. And then just like any other CIA application within FBI, we're going to navigate to SD CIAs. And then we're going to pick the option to install or install and delete. I'm going to pick install and delete. And once that's completed, we're going to go ahead and repeat the process for each game that we want to install. I did have some trouble with the Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap when I tried. It threw an exception, but I was able to retry, and the third retry did work, and the game did launch and function correctly. So do keep that in mind. If the FBI application throws an exception here, you could try again a couple of times, and it may actually succeed after several retries. And there we go, attempted to get size of invalid texture ID 35. Not exactly sure what that exception is. I didn't dig into it, but did retry the installation, and the installation did succeed. So once you're all done here, you'll notice that there are some new packages waiting for you on the home screen. And when you open them up, it indicates that these are virtual console titles. So we're going to open up these packages just to demonstrate what it's going to look like. And then we're just going to pick a game and launch the game to ensure that the virtual console is working and that we're able to play the game. After about 30 seconds or so, the Game Boy will initialize and you'll see this welcome screen. And the game should run like normal, like it would for any other virtual console game. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and we'll talk to you guys later.